Once upon a time, in a small village surrounded by peaceful mountains, there lived a 24-year-old young man named Marco. Marco was always restless. His mind was like a storm, constantly filled with thoughts. All day long, worries about the past and fears about the future would trouble him. Because of this, he felt uneasy, tired, and lost. He couldn't sleep well. He had even forgotten how to smile. One day, Marco heard about a faraway village in the hills. People said that a wise old man lived there, a man who was once a famous psychologist in the city. He had helped many people find peace in their minds. Now retired, he chose to live quietly, close to nature. Sometimes he gave advice to visitors. Marco became curious and hopeful. He thought, maybe this wise man can help me find peace. After many days of a long and tiring journey, Marco finally reached the village in the hills. There, he saw a small house covered with greenery. On the porch sat the old man, his eyes closed, his face calm. Marco walked up to him and said softly, "Grandfather, my mind is very restless. I cannot stop thinking. I want peace in my heart. Can you help me?" The old man slowly opened his eyes and smiled gently. Then he said, "So, you are looking for peace. Come with me. I will give you a small task." He took Marco to his little yard. There, he filled a glass with water right to the brim, so full that even the smallest shake could make it spill. He handed the glass to Marco and said, "Walk from here to the edge of the village and then return. But remember, do not spill even a single drop of water." Marco was surprised, but he nodded. He held the glass carefully and began his walk. The road was narrow and full of life. Children were playing. Shopkeepers were calling customers. Dogs were barking. But Marco didn't look at anything. His eyes stayed on the glass. Step by step, he moved carefully, gently, focused only on keeping the water still. Finally, he returned. "Grandfather, I did it," he said proudly. "I didn't spill a single drop." The old man smiled. "That's very good," he said. "But tell me, did you see the children playing? Did you hear the dogs barking?" Marco looked confused. "No," he said. "I was only focusing on the glass." The old man nodded. "That is the secret," he said gently. "When your mind is fully in the present, there's no space for fear, no space for regrets, no space for confusion. Just like you focused on the glass, you must learn to focus on the moment. Peace is not something you find outside. It is already inside." Suddenly, Marco understood. He bowed his head and whispered, "Grandfather, now I understand. If I want to calm my mind, I must keep it in this moment. That's when real peace comes." The sun was setting behind the hills. Birds flew back to their nests. Marco turned and walked back down the path. But now, he was not the same restless young man. He had changed. He had found the way to peace, and that way was within him.
If this story inspired you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more meaningful stories and life lessons.